How's it going? This is Simon Cody from the Walser Honda dealership in Burnsville. It's my absolute pleasure to bring you the video showing you around this 2023 Honda Pilot TrailSport. Let's take a look. So as you can see, the 2023 Pilot styling is a huge remodel. They've updated the headlights. You'll have a really nice looking daytime running light in there as well. And then this specific one being the TrailSport, you have the badge there as well as the little decal up on the hood. Adds a good amount of aggression, sportiness to it. And then as well as that, the whole entire grille is black, and then your trim piece across is as well. So looks very muscular, very strong. The car does carry over the existing 3.5 liter V6. It's a very nice, very smooth engine. It does go from the 9-speed transmission to the 10-speed. So similar drivetrain or similar engine and transmission to the Odyssey. I've driven it, of course, and it's a very smooth, refined system. And then moving down the side here, you can see a few things unique to the TrailSport. You have the smaller, actually 18-inch wheels, giving you room for the bigger tires. These ones are Continental Terrain Contact, so a good amount beefier tire over the standard Pilot. It's got a lot of tread in there, so if you do end up finding yourself off-road, then you will have the equipment for it, no problem. Adding to that, you have a little bit of extra cladding here on the fenders. Largely is cosmetic, but I know it does aid in protecting the car from rocks and debris, all that type of stuff, if you are off-roading or driving in bad situations or bad weather, stuff like that. We keep sliding down the side. You can see the black side mirrors. And then on the bottom here, you can see your black trim here. Serves a similar purpose to the cladding over the wheel wells, just kind of adds to that protection and adds to the look of it. And you might have already noticed it has the black door handles as well, which is a very nice look. It's little, it's subtle, not in your face at all, but I think it's a really nice touch. And then also you might be able to see up top, the roof rails are black as well. So it kind of adds that contrast to the vehicle. It makes it look nice, makes it look modern. A few little pieces around the back here. You can see the TrailSport badge down here as well. And then they moved the Pilot badging, so it's up on the top here. So it's pretty subtle look to it, and it's very, very nice. And then all of the Pilot TrailSports now will actually come with the trailer hitch as standard. So whether you want it or not, the car will be ready to tow whenever you are. So if you are in the market for a car like this, then I'm sure one of the big reasons is the third row of the car. And luckily, Pilot still retain that. So you can see, even with the third row up, still has tons of cargo space. And then flipping them down is pretty darn easy. You just pull the little strap, tucks it all down, and then you're greeted with a space that is, I mean, I'm not particularly tall, I'm 5'8", but I'm pretty certain I could lay down flat in there. So tons and tons of space. And then adding to that, you can lift up the floor and have a good amount of space underneath there, actually. Or if you want, you can take this out and you can leave this out if you want that little bit extra space, or you can actually drop this down into the floor and permanently have that little bit of extra space in there. So a lot of usability with this car. Why don't we go ahead and take a quick peek in the second row. So taking a quick peek in the second row here, you can see that the new Pilot still retain your climate controls for the second and third row right there. Below that, you have 2 USB ports as well as a 115 volt wall plug. Nice that they have that. Little thing that we noticed, and super good idea, little pouch right there for your phone. There's one on the other side too. Brilliant idea, love that. As far as folding down for usable space, you still have, they can still sit flat. You have the nice seat back protectors in this one. And then to gain access to the third row, there's just a little button right here. You push it, slides forward, you're in, you're good to go. Pretty solid. So having looked at all this, why don't we just take a quick peek at the front? And that's where you really want to be. So now we're sitting in the front of the new Pilot, and you can see that it's a full redesign here. So we'll start down here. You can see you have your shift buttons, which I know can be a little polarizing for some people, but I will say, after experiencing it for even a test drive or two, or a couple hours, it really will come naturally to you. So pretty easy, pretty smooth system there. You have your parking brake and all that type of stuff. And then one of the main separators with this specific one being the TrailSport is your drive mode selector. So it lets you show sport, econ, normal, trail, mud, sand, and snow. It's a lot of different drive modes. Then again, this car is capable in a lot of different environments. So a lot of versatility here. Moving on up, you have your climate control system here. It is a 3-zone system, you can see. So you have your 2 zones here. Heated seats, as you might expect. You can hear this very nice click. Hold on, let me try and get that. It's got a really nice click on the knobs. Very, very admirable characteristic there. You have your USBs below that. It does have the wireless phone charger here as well, and included with that is the wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. So essentially you'll just Bluetooth your phone to the car once, and then every time you get in the car from that point on, your CarPlay or your Android Auto will come up on the screen. So really slick, really smooth system there. Moving up to the screen itself, it is the same 9-inch infotainment screen you've come to know in some of the higher end Hondas. So it's nice bright colors, very smooth system, very quick, responsive, lets you cycle through. You have your XM radio, you have cabin talk, actually, kind of think of that like a intercom system on an airplane, I kid you not, which basically if you're sitting in the driver's seat or in the front seats and you push that, it plays your voice through the speakers in the back of the car, so you, as the driver, you don't have to turn back to talk to anybody, so you don't have to take your eyes off the road. So it sounds kind of goofy, but in practice and when you're actually using it, you realize it's a pretty handy system. It works well. So lots of good functionality done there. Moving over here to the steering wheel, you can see it has the adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist. That is Honda sensing host of systems. That's all of the systems that are working overtime to keep you as safe as it can. On the left side, you have your multimedia controls here for your music, your volume. You can cycle through your screen in the gauge cluster there. And then you also have the heated steering wheel button right here on the bottom. And then the one unique thing we noticed about the TrailSport specifically is your little button right here on the end of the wiper stock. You can push this and that will show your trail cam, as they refer to it. So there's a camera on the front of the car looking forward. So if you're off-roading, and it'll make sure you don't miss any big obstacles. And then there's also cameras on the side mirrors that are looking down, so you can see down the sides of the cars. Very, very cool system, and I know it's a first for Honda, and I know that people are very excited to experience that feature, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot to like with these things, that's for sure. And then, last but not least, huge panoramic sunroof. Honda finally did it. This front part can open, and then you have just a massive expanse letting a ton of light inside the car. Really adds that extra bit of luxury to it. So really, really nice car. I'm liking it a lot. So now one of the really good things about buying these cars from Walser, of course, is the option to get our 10-year, 150,000 mile limited powertrain warranty. That comes with every single new car that we sell, and then you have the option to add that into comprehensive coverage. So all of these fancy electronics, all the safety systems in the car can be comprehensively covered for 10 years, 150,000 miles. So that's longer than most people ever own a car. So covers it for a ton of time. So having gone through this whole car, it's, as I'm sure you can agree, it's a very sporty SUV for what it is. The trail cam and the few unique things that make the TrailSport special are really, really cool. You have that trail cam, you have all your different drive modes, you have the really cool panoramic sunroof, the hitch on the back, the cladding, the wheels, tires. There's a lot of stuff that make the TrailSport the one to get. This specific one is our demo vehicle. We'll have it around here. Honda gave it to us. We'll have it for a few months for test driving. If you're interested, you're more than welcome to swing by the dealership. And if you have any questions, you can give us a call, or you can go online to walserhonda.com. Thanks.